Hey guys and gals, and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while. Clearly, I've been moving and getting ready for the semester to start and reading, which is why we're doing book talk today. I'm very excited, but crippling coffee chats throwback. Don't worry, those will be back. First of all, I want to talk about this PJ set. Well, it's a little big, but because I've gotten skinnier. Not really. I haven't. Actually, I gained a little weight this summer, so it's fine. Anyhow, so if you don't remember from my last reading video, not my review, not my like top reads, but like my prepping summer reads, I had like 7 or 8 books, and I was in the middle of Frankenstein while I was making that video. Let me tell you something. I went a little off the rails. Okay, my summer reads I didn't do what I was supposed to do with the summer reading. If you didn't watch that video, I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to put it right there. Watch it. Because if you want to know what I wanted to read, right there. Because I'm not going to go over it again because that was a lot. It was a little traumatizing because sometimes, like I said, I'd be buying books and I read the back of them and I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. And then I read it and then I'm like, oh. Or I read the book again, the back of the book again, and I'm like, ooh, I picked that out. What state of mind was I in? Anyhow. So, let me show you how I went off the rails. I was supposed to read, I'm looking at it right now, Leave Me Behind, Unholy Vows, Fastlane, Ward D, and Mary. And then, pretty sure I was supposed to read Surrender and Frankenstein and I think that's it, actually. I think that's it. But if not that video, I'll put it down here, and then I also have it on my TikTok, so I should probably look at that. I'm going to go over what I read in order. I only ended up finishing 4 books instead of 7 this summer, which is totally okay. I didn't have like this crazy busy summer, but you'll see why I only did 4 and not 7. Because as I have explained in the past, I struggle to read. I enjoy it, but I have a hard time getting through it, if you know what I'm saying. I also cut all my hair off this summer. Do you like it? Let's jump into it. First book. Oh my god, he's naked. First book is Frankenstein. I had to turn it over to the back because I forget that he's kind of naked on the front, and I'm covering up a naked picture of him right here too. Whoops, because Preacher doesn't wear clothes. Preacher's naked. Anyway, this book made me cry. Always makes me cry. Movie made me cry. Everything makes me cry. He just wanted to be in love. He just wanted somebody to love him. He just wanted someone to love him. Like, that is so sad. Like, you get built by your creator. Your creator says, you're fugly. I hate you, and I'm actually terrified of you. You're just a disgusting creature. Bro, you made him. You can't be scared of your own creations. Be so for real. BFFR. BFFR. Yeah, got it right. Anyway, so then he talks about how he's watching these people who he has perceived as friends when he was abandoned. When he was abandoned by his creator, he's watching these people from their house and how they interact with each other and how they love each other and their family, and he considers them friends. And then they see him and they're like, wow, kill him. Get rid of him. He's disgusting. So he goes and he finds his master. He's like, build me a wife, build me a lover, build me someone that can love me, because nobody loves me and I don't understand why I'm unworthy of love. And maybe this book makes me cry because I feel it deep down. I feel it personally. I really like you. That my baby. That my boo. I could like cry thinking about. I'm not joking. Like this book is so sad. It's so sad. And then in the movie, like Jacob Elordi's like, if you cannot reward me with love, then I will indulge in rage. And it just comes off the big quote that says that if he cannot be awarded the one, he will indulge in the other. And that is such a powerful, I think that is a very, very powerful quote. That is a very powerful quote because I think a lot of people see love in the world like that. I gave this book a 5 stars. 5 stars on my Goodreads. I'll probably be reading it again when I'm feeling in my feels again. So that was book 1 that was finished this summer. Now I talked about Surrender a little bit. This book is hard to talk about because it is in a series. It's a saga. So it's a little bit difficult to talk about without spoiling it, and it's a little bit of a smut series. It's got a lot going. There's actually like a big plot line going because it is like a mystery smut. See, it's weird, but you know, it does it for, I don't know. Because y'all know I like my mysteries, and I'll read smut, and I'll read romance, and all that stuff. So, like, this is just all of it in one. Literally all of it in one. With the storyline, though, this book disappointed me. I was so close to DNFing this book. But I didn't want to because I've been reading the whole series, and I want to finish the series. Now, granted, the series is, like, a million freaking books. A million! A gajillion freaking a million books, okay? So, that a little difficult, that a little weird. It okay. Highly disappointed in this book, though. Dragging this storyline right along. And I mean, like, oh my god, it's like pulling teeth to drag this story along. So thoroughly disappointed. I did it a 2 out of 5 stars. The only reason I didn't do it a 1 or a 0 was because, like, I still am invested in the storyline. I just was disappointed at how this one was executed. Thank you. This next book, I will say I'm a little embarrassed, but it's on my Goodreads, so it's for the public to see. Doesn't take away any embarrassment. Actually, embarrassment's a choice. I don't care. Get the guy. It's a self-help book. Okay, listen, my love life, it sucks, okay? I'm lonely. But I also love to tell people I'm not available, so it's fine. I love to tell people I don't want anything. And high-key, it is true. It's true, I don't. But a little. Okay, a woman can only hope for a little in her life, but also, like, this guy, the thing I like about him is he's like a relationship coach, but for men. So he does seminars for men, and this like intentionally sets the tone of what men think of women when they see them in public, or a woman they like, or this, and that. This also talks about your social skills and how to improve your social skills, because in order to be approachable and to approach people, you have to have a certain set of social skills. So I was really invested in this because it goes by like tiers, and like tier 1 is like talking about your typical social skills, and then it talks about like dating, not necessarily like being exclusive, but just dating, how to get a date, how to respond to a date, online dating, all that jazz. But also, like, something I like is that it really did put the insight for a man's mind. So if you're a man watching this, I do know all of your secrets and that you think worse than a woman. You overthink far worse than a woman, and I'm proud of that. This book made me feel powerful and evil, okay? 5 out of 10. It was great. It was great. I learned a lot. And also, the very end of it talks about a relationship, holding a relationship, and what to do when it breaks up. But I skimmed that part and read that part because it's been like 4 years for me, and until I get there, I'm not gonna mess with this. So, made me feel a lot less crazy about my life. Appreciate it. Thank you, Matthew Hussey. Appreciate ya. Just because I'm not looking for anything doesn't mean I can't read a book about it. Any hootie. This is why. Okay, well, all of these were off the rails. I only read 2 books I was supposed to read. Oh my god, wait, I read that Get the Guy one last. It's fine. This is why my summer reading took me so long right here. This big bad boy. Fourth wing. Fourth wing. Listen, I don't read fantasy. Never really truly had interest in it. I mean, I've put some books on my list. But about 4 of my friends were like, Cecilia, you have to read it right now. I'm going to die if you don't read it. Okay. Hands down, best book I've ever read in my entire life. Best book I have ever read in my entire life. I laughed. I cried. I cringed. So, a little spicy. A little filled me with rage. All the emotion. I have never read a book where I felt, I mean, maybe I have read a book where I felt, and you know what? Here's the thing. I don't lie. I just forget that I say things. So I probably said this about a book in the past, but right now, this guy right here, it might be the most amazing thing that I've ever come across. Ever. Ever. I loved this book. 5 stars. 5 stars. Loved this book. So, we're setting the tone for transitional reading. I'm going to call it transitional reading because I see seasons very differently. So that was summer reads. Those were my summer reads. I'm going to do summer transition to fall reads. So what I'm reading in August to mid-September. Hopefully if it works that way. So I have 4 books sitting here because I need to be a little more realistic because 2 of these books are quite large. And so that's why I'm like maybe mid-September, maybe end of September, but I really don't want to hit the end of September because I have a big plan coming up for fall reading. So, transitional reading. Starting with Shatter Me. I am currently reading this book. Literally just started. I'm only on page 30. Like, it's not anything crazy. But right now, you know, I'm in a sorority, so I'm going through recruitment and work week and then bid day and then new member stuff. So it's going to take me a little bit to possibly like get through this. It's really not long at all. I think it's only the typical, it's 320 something pages. The typical is like 325. So it should not take me long once I really get into it, which is hopefully soon. I don't know when maybe tomorrow night. I don't know. We'll see. But the back says, no one knows why Juliet's touch is fatal, but the reestablishment has plans for her, plans to use her as a weapon. But Juliet has plans of her own. After a lifetime without freedom, she's finally discovering a strength to fight back for the very first time, to find a future with the one boy she thought she'd lost forever. In the electrifying first book in the Shatter Me series, I don't know how to say the author's name, but the author presents a riveting dystopian world, a thrilling superhero story, an unforgettable heroine. So I don't like dystopian books. I really don't because I think they get quite dark, and which is funny because I fall asleep to documentaries. But I think this gets dark in a way that like really bothers me and gets under my skin because I'm like, what if this happens? I like to watch things that really do happen rather than the unknown. Okay, let's get it straight. But I just like, there are some dystopian books that I just don't really like. There was this one that I had to read in high school that I thought was absolutely foul. Oh my god, I forgot what it was called. Brand New World or something. That was the most foul book I've ever read in my entire life. I hated it. I hated every second of it. Every little bit of it. I hated it. But so far, this is so good, and my friends are really, really dying about us reading the series together. So, yeah, we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how we like it. So far, so good. The first 30 pages are great. I like it. I like it so far. Next, I saw this sitting at Meyer, and I was like, oh, it looks really good, but it also looks super duper new. And for a Stephen King book, it doesn't look insanely long. It really, really doesn't. If you've read anything Stephen King, this is quite short. When the Buckeye City Police Department receives a disturbing letter from a person threatening to kill 13 innocents and 1 guilty in an act of atonement and for the needless death of an innocent man. Oh, the needless.
Now for a word from our sponsors. Despite anything this chick tells you, she can't actually read.
Start over. When the Buckeye City Police Department receives a disturbing letter from a person threatening to kill 13 innocents and 1 guilty in an act of atonement for the needless death of an innocent man, Detective Izzy Janes has no idea what to think. Are 14 citizens about to get slaughtered in an unhinged act of retribution? Izzy turns to her friend Holly Gibney for help. Meanwhile, controversial outspoken women's rights activist Kate McKay is embarking on a multi-state lecture tour, drawing packed venues with both fans and detractors. I don't know. So, writes a lot of words that I don't know and I don't understand, and I have to look them up. So I should have done my research before I started reading this. Oh, well, anyway, I like books like this. Now, this one I bought because I need to read it before the movie comes out, because people are saying there's a lot of really interesting scenes in this book that I should read, because we really want to see how this is going to play out in a movie. So that is going to be Haunting Adeline. Everyone says it's like creepy spicy, which like actually concerns me to many extents, but I really want to read it because I want to know what this specific scene they're talking about, on how they don't know how that's going to be executed in a movie. So I can hardly read the back because it's all black with literally gray lettering. For Adeline Riley, moving back to Seattle was supposed to be the perfect fresh start. With her flourishing career as an author and the inheritance of her late grandmother's Gothic mansion, there is nothing to stand in her way. But Adeline isn't alone in Parsons Manor. It isn't the angry souls haunting the hallway of her childhood home that Adeline fears. It's the most mysterious break-ins, roses appearing, and threatening messages that somehow sound more like Eric promises. Adeline has a stalker, yet she quickly discovers she is not the first person in her family to fall victim to a shadow in pursuit. Left behind are her great-grandmother's haunting journals detailing the story of her own phantom and subsequently her brutal murder. Parsons Manor now holds more than just Adeline's memories. It houses a grim future that could lead to history repeating itself if she doesn't fall in love with her stalker first. Alright, Stockholm Syndrome! Okay, Stockholm Syndrome, period! Yes! We love it! We love it! That's terrible. That is horrible. Okay, listen, I'm not trying to, like, yuck anybody's yum or anything, but, like, sometimes, like, when y'all talk about, like, being, like, held hostage and, like, craving it, that scared me a little. When y'all really like those books, that scares me just a little bit. I'm not saying that I don't like those books, but it's a little concerning. Hope you're okay. No! Yes, I'm so excited for this. Iron Flame! Second book of the Fourth Wing series. Second book of the Fourth Wing series. Look at the pages. Cute little dragons. I'm so freaking excited! Because every book apparently ends on a cliffhanger. The last cliffhanger had me, like, gagged. Gagged. I'm so excited for this book. This book specifically. That's why I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to read next. Like, I don't know if I'm going to go into Iron Flame. Like, finishing Fourth Wing was a big deal for me. That is the biggest book I've ever read. So like these two books right here are thick. I have a plan. During Twilight season, I'm gonna reread. I'm gonna reread the series. I've never read Midnight Sun, and I really think I should. And I got that big deluxe edition of Twilight that has Midnight Sun in it. So I really want to like start those books. So like mid-September is when I wanted to start them so that I could finish them by Christmas. So let's remember, these are what I'm reading for the fall. Okay? This is what Cecilia reads for the fall. Cecilia should not go off-road with this. Cecilia went off-road very badly this summer. So hopefully I don't go off-road with these transitional readings right here, and that I can make it through to mid-September. Yeah. Anyways, I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good morning, whatever you're doing. Just do it.